Now that we have known how to manipulate the power connections using the control circuit as per the motor size and current ratings, then there is need to look at what can be achieved using this mechanical moving contactors. So in today's series, we will be looking at how an electric motor can be started and stopped using one single push button. Now, let's get started.
Now, it is very important to note that, from the manufacturer, the terminal box of the motor is usually arranged and configured in a delta forms.
Of course, that will give room for the motor to be terminated either in a delta or in a star configuration.
Again, if the start and end of the motor windings are arranged in end-to-end order, this arrangement will only give room for the motor to be connected easily in star configuration only and not in delta. That is because, most time, metallic bars are usually used to terminate this motor, unless if it will be connected via wires. And usually, wire termination will tend to make the motor terminal box to be rough.
Of course, it is a bystander that the start and end of the windings are arranged in that way, so that it will give room for delta terminations and star terminations. Now back to today's series. In today's series, we will also be making reference to this schematic that is shown here. As you can see, this schematic is divided into two, which are the power side and the control side. So the power side is just a typical direct online format. But the only difference here is, the control circuit is manipulated to make the motor to be able to start and stop using one single button.
I will terminate the power side. That is from the breakers down to the motor. Of course. And the terminations will be terminated across the three-phase breakers, three-phase contactors, and the overload, before it will be finally terminated to the motor. This motor will be connected in a delta configuration.
Now, there is a need to terminate the control circuit.
This circuit termination is similar to the circuit termination of the direct online starter, just that there is a need to include some variation. That is, the stop will not be included, and the latching circuit, which is also known as the retainer, will be further manipulated. So I will terminate accordingly. That is, from the single pole breaker to the E-stop, from the E-stop to the overload, from the overload to the start button, and from the start button here to the A1 of the coil of the main contactor. And the other end, which is A2, is terminated to neutral.
Now, when the start button is triggered, the motor will run. But it can't be stopped. Not until the breaker is switch off.
Now, in order for us to make this circuit to have stop capabilities, there is a need for further manipulations. Another contactor will be connected in parallel with the K1 contactor. This contactor will be called K2. And the normally closed contact of K2 will be added here.
Now when that circuit is energized, the termination that is in series before A1 will be open.
That is to prevent power from being continuous when the start button is triggered, and again during stopping. Now, I will connect a timer here which will be known as T1. This timer will be terminated to the outgoing of the start button, which is 2. While the other end will be terminated to neutral. Also, the normally closed contact of this timer will be terminated in series with the incoming of the retaining circuit and the outgoing of the start button circuit. However, in between the A1 of the T1 contact and the Start button, a normally open contact will be incorporated.
With that added open terminations just between A1 of the T1, the timer will not be active when the Start button is triggered. Hence, this is subjected to another device.
Yes. The plan is to create a delay of a few seconds. That is because we don't want the disconnecting circuit to be activated at the same time.
With the added timer, the delay will compensate for the few seconds that the finger will be on the Start button. Otherwise, the stop circuit will disconnect the main contactor immediately.
Now I will be adding another timer. This timer will be connected to the outgoing of the breakers, and the other end will be terminated to neutral. So the normally open that was incorporated earlier will tag to this timer, which is T2. Now, the circuit is completed. Now when I trigger the Start button, the motor will start, and in the same vein when the Start button is triggered again, the motor stop.
If you will want to have a copy of this circuit termination, kindly check the link in the description below. And that is it for today's series. In the coming video, we will be looking at a typical forward-reverse starter. The way the power and control termination are done will be looked at, and their application. Hope you have learned something new today. See you at the next one.